Mark chapter 10, or Marcus chapter 10, read from the ISR Scriptures 2009. And rising up from there, he came into the borders of Yehuda by the other side of the Jordan. And crowds gathered to him again, and as he usually did, he was teaching them again. And the Pharisees came and asked him, "Is it right for a man to put away his wife?" trying him. And he answering said to them, "What did Moshe command you?" And they said, "Moshe allowed a man to write a certificate of divorce and to put her away." And Yeshua said to them, "Because of the hardness of your heart, he wrote you this command. However, from the beginning of the creation, Elohim made them male and female. For this cause, a man shall leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh, so that they are no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore, what Elohim has joined together, let not man separate." And in the house, his taught ones asked him about this again. And he said to them, "Whoever puts away his wife and marries another commits adultery against her. And if a woman puts away her husband and marries another, she commits adultery." And they were bringing little children for him to touch them, but the taught ones were rebuking those who were bringing them. And when Yeshua saw it, he was much displeased and said to them, "Let the little children come to me, and do not forbid them, for of such is the reign of Elohim. Truly I say to you, whoever does not receive the reign of Elohim as a little child shall certainly not enter into it." And taking them up in his arms, laying his hands on them, he blessed them. And as he was setting out on the way, one came running and knelt before him, and asked him, "Good teacher, what shall I do to inherit everlasting life?" And Yeshua said to him, "Why do you call me good? No one is good except one, Elohim. You know the commands. Do not commit adultery. Do not murder. Do not steal. Do not bear false witness. Do not rob. Respect your father and mother." And he answering said to him, "Teacher, all these I have watched over from my youth." And Yeshua, looking at him, loved him and said to him, "One matter you lack. Go sell all you possess and give to the poor, and you shall have treasure in heaven. And come, follow me," taking up the stake. But he, being sad at this word, went away grieved, for he had many possessions. And Yeshua, looking around, said to his taught ones, "How hard it is for those who have money to enter into the reign of Elohim." And the taught ones were astonished at his words. And Yeshua, responding, said to them again, "Children, how hard it is for those who trust in riches to enter into the reign of Elohim. It is easier for a camel to enter through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the reign of Elohim." And they were immeasurably astonished, saying among themselves, "Who then is able to be saved?" And looking at them, Yeshua said, With men it is impossible, but not with Elohim. For with Elohim it is possible." And Kepha began to say to him, "See, we have left all and we have followed you." Yeshua said, "Truly I say to you, there is no one who has left house or brothers or sisters or father or mother or wife or children or lands for the sake of me and the good news, who shall not receive 100-fold now in this time houses and brothers and sisters and mothers and children and lands with persecutions, and in the age to come everlasting life. But many who are first shall be last, and the last first." And they were on their way going up to Jerusalem, and Yeshua was going before them, and they were astonished, and those who followed were afraid. And again he took the 12 aside and began to say to them what was about to befall him. See, we are going up to Jerusalem, and the son of Adam shall be delivered to the chief priests and to the scribes, and they shall condemn him to death, and shall deliver him to the nations. And they shall mock him, and flog him, and spit on him, and kill him. And the third day he shall rise again. And Jacob and Johanan, the sons of Zebedee, came up to him, saying, Teacher, we wish that you would do for us whatever we ask. Teacher, we wish that you would do for us whatever we ask. And he said to them, What do you wish me to do for you? And they said to him, Grant us to be seated in your esteem, one on your right hand and the other on your left hand. But Yeshua said to them, You do not know what you ask. Are you able to drink the cup that I drink, and be immersed with the immersion that I am immersed with? And they said to him, We are able. And Yeshua said to them, You shall indeed drink the cup that I drink, and with the immersion I am immersed with, you shall be immersed. But to sit on my right hand and on my left is not mine to give, but it is for those for whom it has been prepared. And when the 10 heard it, they began to be sorely displeased with Jacob and Johanan. And Yeshua, calling them near, said to them, You know that those who think to rule the nations are masters over them, and their great ones exercise authority over them. But it is not so among you. But whosoever wishes to become great among you shall be your servant. And whoever wishes to be first among you shall be servant of all. For even the Son of Adam did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life a ransom for many. And they came to Jericho, and as he was leaving Jericho with his taught ones, a large crowd, blind Bartimaeus, the son of Timaeus, was sitting by the way begging. And when he heard that it was Yeshua of Nazareth, he began to cry out and say, Yeshua, son of David, have compassion on me. And many were reprimanding him to be silent. But he cried out all the more, Son of David, have compassion on me. And Yeshua stopped and said, Call him. And they called the blind man, saying to him, Take courage, arise, he is calling you. And he, throwing aside his garment, rose and came to Yeshua. And Yeshua, responding, said to him, What do you desire I do for you? And the blind man said, Rabboni, that I receive my sight. And Yeshua said to him, Go, your belief has healed you. And immediately he saw again and followed Yeshua on the way.